my third time making this video, and so I want to let me get through it quick. One of the things you should think about if you're someone who carries, right? Not all of us, most of us actually don't have any sort of military or police training. I have some military training. I was in the Army. Okay. One of the things you need to think about when you're carrying is tactics. Not like tactics like, get behind the engine block of a car or like how to pie a corner or any of that stuff, but just simple things. Why go spend $800 on a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 or $500 on a Rock Island 1911? Why go spend money and put all the money into the tool and not into the gear that you're going to carry the tool with? If you carry outside the waistband, cool. That's a quick draw from a retention holster, paddle holster. Level 2 retention. It has physical retention and a button, right? Easy application, right? Or if you're a concealed carrier, and I know this has nothing in it either, that's what you carry decent equipment, a holster inside the waistband, paddle holster, right? These are $30-$40, and you put your tool inside of these, and you use these, and they work really well. And the best part about it is if you want to keep it tight to your body, these are the kind of holsters you do it with, right? But the other day, and I know there was a lady also there too. She noticed that I was looking at the guy, not watching him, but looking at him, and because I kind of approaching how I was gonna approach this conversation, thinking about how I was gonna approach it. And she said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, I just noticed he's got a really bad holster for his weapon. It's really loose. It's not secured." And she goes, "That makes sense." She goes, "I'm glad you think about stuff like that too. I also conceal carry, and I notice that with people too, and it's a problem. I'll tell you why it's a problem. What I saw him do was have one of these nylon holsters, okay? When I first started, I loved these things because I didn't know much about firearms. I was carrying something like this, right? I was carrying the High Point. Thought I was cool, my High Point C9. And the High Point's alright, but that's going to be my last weapon I chose. And what did I see? So not only did he not have a secure holster, but also he wasn't wearing proper gear that would keep it tight to his body. And that's one thing you want. You want to be able to put your arm down, and I'll explain why in a minute. This, I'm not even going to unbuckle this. I come up behind you. I'm a bad guy. I come up behind you. Quick. And that's about how he had it too. So loose, it was just coming over the top. It's not a Black Hawk or whatever, not the Safari Land, but what's the other ones that have the ones that the cops have that have the little switch and you have the little plastic and go over it. I don't have one of those. That gets me into my other point here. So it was loose away from his body. It was like hanging off. And it was like no thought of what you can do if like somebody comes up behind you, bro. You don't have control of your weapon now. And so just like the other day, there was kind of a sketchy character in a store that I was in, and I was kind of in not the best part of town. This person was like sketching people out and acting weird. And one of the things that they taught me in the concealed carry course is if you're going to carry a lethal weapon, carry a non-lethal with you also. That way, your lethal is not your first choice. So it's not like, hey, we're arguing. Hey, man, calm down, calm down, calm. Or hey, man, calm down, calm down. Right? Maybe we're not having that conversation yet. Maybe there's another way. So this person was walking behind me, and like I noticed when people key in on the fact that I'm carrying, and I was open carrying then. I think I was going to or from the range, and when I go to the range, I open carry because it's just easiest for me, and I'm around my people, so I'm not bugging anyone because I know anyone I'm gonna see. we're at a gun range, which is also a gun store. They're probably not going to get offended by the fact that I'm carrying, right? And so I open carry there. I think I stopped at a gas station or something. Person keyed in on the fact that I had a firearm, and I noticed was looking at it as they were walking around, and they got to a position where they walked up behind me, like they were coming this way, and I see them peripherally because I can pay attention to here and still see on the side. You know what I'm saying? And so the person walks up behind me, and what do? I just keep my arm down. Why do I do that? Because if I'm open carrying, I'm carrying at the 3 o'clock position. If I keep my arm down, that gives me another point of retention. That way, if you try to grab it, number one, if you grab it, my hand's already there, so I can tussle over and I can fight with it. Number two, if you're grabbing, hey, stop. I have this to go with it, right? So immediately pay attention to the people around you, wear decent equipment, pay attention to your surroundings and what's going on around you, have a non-lethal. Because that, like I said, that way if that person wants to grab it, I can tighten my arm, pull away, and boom. If I had to, you know? Don't invest in like what I did at first. A cheap $5 pepper spray from eBay, I think it was. I mean, it's cool, have it on my keys, whatever. Use it if I need to. But this is like the stuff that cops carry here. It's a little bit weaker because we're not allowed to carry stuff as strong as they have. But it's the same formula almost. I'm comfortable with that. I mean, because, have you ever seen the videos of cops spraying people? Man, their stuff's pretty effective. Anyway, my point is just be aware of your surroundings. Buy decent gear for your weapons. Buy good holsters. Buy retention holsters. Or something, what's even cool is like, I noticed this. I bought a 1911 holster the other day. It's super cool. None of my other holsters do this, and I didn't know this. Right? Well, they do, but you can't do it as easily. You can control the cant like this. So if you want to cross draw, you can cross draw. If you like to carry it with the position I typically carry in, you'll notice. I'll even show you with the holster I have now. I typically carry with the pistol a little forward. That's just how it fits my hand better. I bought that cool little holster for it. You'll even see here. I have it like this, where it's canted forward. That's the paddle straight, right? Just be mindful of the gear you're using, and use good quality equipment, because that may be the equipment that you depend on to save your life, man. This ain't a joke. Like, you're not just over here carrying just because you want to carry. Like, obviously you do. But you could be called upon to have to act and protect people. And you need to take your gear into serious consideration and use good stuff that will help you escape the situation with your life and the lives of people around you if you ever need to later.